From an absolute star in the Premier League to an amateur in the Spanish 4th division in just a few years? What happened to the one-season wonder and Premier League phenomenon Michu? Hey guys, today we'll take a closer look at the Spanish phenomenon Michu and how he went from a top striker in the Premier League to merely a shadow of his former self just a few years later. Before Michu got world famous at Swansea, he started his career in his childhood club Oviedo and later moved to Celta Vigo, though his breakthrough season came at Rayo Vallecano in 2011, where he scored 15 goals in 37 matches, making him 9th top scorer in La Liga and first among midfielders. His successful season in La Liga caught the eye of the Premier League club Swansea, and they bought him cheap for only £2 million, and this was later by many highlighted as the best transfer that season. Swansea manager Michael Laudrup said, "Maybe he has been the best buy for many years. There's so much quality with him." Laudrup also stated that Michu must be my best buy because of his importance and the impact he had and still has on the squad. In Swansea, Michu immediately made a huge impact in the Premier League. He scored 18 goals and ended as number 5 on the top score list. Fans loved Michu, and he quickly became a fan favorite. His talent was notified everywhere. Manchester United coach Alex Ferguson said, "Just £2 million and I'd never really heard of him. I should have a word with my scouting department." 2013 was truly a magic year for Michu. He won the League Cup final with Swansea and even scored in that game. Later that year, another highlight happened when he had his first and only international game for Spain. That season, in 2013, was peak Michu. Another Spanish star was popping out of nowhere, and Michu's potential seemed unlimited. Interest from bigger clubs such as Arsenal and Chelsea was heavily rumored, but it never happened. Unfortunately, everything went downhill after that magical season. The success was only a one-season event, and when people are talking about a one-season wonder, Michu can't be ignored and is often first to people's mind. Michu is the devastating tale of an unlucky player with an injury after injury, which meant that he struggled to recapture the form and he never found back to his former self. Furthermore, his coach, Michael Laudrup, was fired that season after his peak in Premier League, and Michu loved Laudrup, who got the best out of him. About Laudrup, Michu said, "He is the best manager that I ever had." Michu was cursed by injuries. He had a knee injury, ankle injury and more. And worst of all, he was out in 222 days and missed 44 matches for Napoli. His body wouldn't allow him anything. In 2014, Michu was sent to Napoli on a loan, but he had a terrible time in Italy and he was awarded as the biggest flop by the Italian media. Michu only got to play 3 games for Napoli. After a failed loan from Napoli, Michu was sent back to Swansea, but even Swansea couldn't use him anymore and released him from his contract. Michu then took a drastic decision. He had to go back and find his happiness and the passion for football again. He moved to Langreo, a small Spanish 4th League team. About playing as an amateur and his day in Langreo, Michu said, "What I am looking for is to be happy. I am comfortable here at Langreo, so I am happy." Michu played for 1 season in Langreo and he gained his happiness for football again. This made him believe that he should and could try as a professional again. Finally, as an end station of his career, he moved back to his childhood club Oviedo, but the injuries continued. His ankle problems persisted, and Michu decided that his body had enough. Professional football was over for him. Just 3 years since his absolute prime in the Premier League. In that short time span, Michu went from a star to an early retirement. Football was just not the same anymore for Michu. Injuries had ruined it all. He posted an emotional open letter to football and thanked football for everything it gave him. All wonderful countries and cities he went to explore, and how thankful he was for all what football had introduced to him. Michu ended his career on 17th July 2017, and even though his peak was short, he made an everlasting impression in the football world.